Do you want to discover hidden knowledge to overcome camera shyness? I'm Brixenta and I'm a shyness breakthrough coach, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Enjoy!
I'm being afraid. I'm being afraid.
Okay, so my first tip to overcoming this camera shyness is slow down when you talk. If you're talking a mile a minute, nobody's gonna understand you, and it only makes you feel more nervous. It makes you feel more self-conscious, and you're putting this pressure on yourself to get through what you have to say quickly and as quickly as possible. And believe me, I know that sometimes it takes everything in me to just say it, and sometimes I want to move on as fast as I possibly can. I don't want the attention, I don't want the spotlight on me. But if you want your message to really come across in a clear manner, if you want to be calm, if you want that confidence, you have to slow down. Because then people can understand you, then you're feeling calmer, then your posture changes, and your message comes across clearer because A, people can understand you, and B, you're calm. So when you're in a calm state, when you're in a calmer state anyway, things come out of you that wouldn't if you're in a intense, awkward state, and people will be able to see if you're feeling that tension, if you're feeling that awkwardness. People are going to be able to see that. If you're talking really fast, they're going to know. They're going to know. You're not going to be able to hide it. Now, not to say that you have to be perfect every single time. Sometimes I still talk a little too fast because sometimes I just talk fast. But be conscious of it and slow down when you speak. It's okay to take your time when presenting your message. Something else you can do to kind of help ease your nerves and ease knowing what to do is look at what other people you follow do. Find people that you appreciate, that you like their style, you're like, hey, I like them, and don't copy them by any means, because people will notice if you copy somebody else. But maybe you can pull something that you liked from them, maybe you're like, oh, this thing this person does kind of fits my personality. I think I want to do that one thing, like filming outside maybe. Or maybe it's the speed at which somebody talks that you appreciate. You're like, okay, I can follow this from them. Whatever it is, just pick people that you appreciate, that you like their style, and see what they're doing and kind of figure out what works for you in that way. That takes some of the pressure off of you, so you're not trying to grab for information and not have a clue what you're doing. You can kind of see what other people are doing and kind of get ideas, so that you're not just sitting there going, I don't know what to do, so I'm really, really nervous and I'm just gonna have a mental breakdown now. Probably nothing that extreme, but you get my point, right? So this one's a tough one, but the harder you try, the harder it's going to be to do. So, for instance, with my singing, for those of you that don't know, I am also a singer. So, with my singing, I've tried and tried and tried, and those times it's really frustrating because it's like I'm trying so hard. But the thing is, because I'm trying so hard, my vocal cords are tense, and it's not allowing the air to flow properly. It's not allowing my breath to come out as it should in singing. It's not allowing, it's making things more constricted, and you can tell when somebody's singing effortlessly and when somebody is singing, don't get me wrong, effortlessly is still work, but they're not trying so hard and grabbing for it. Whereas when I've tried to sing in the past, and sometimes I still slip into this, I just try so hard, and then I start grabbing. My voice starts grabbing, my air starts grabbing, my breath control is off because of it, and it just makes things so much harder. The same thing with being on camera. The harder you try, the more people are going to notice. So if you just sit back and have a casual conversation just like you would with a friend, that's going to make your audience and you feel more at ease, and you're going to be more confident and be more relaxed and calmer, and it's just going to be an overall better experience for you and your audience. So my last tip is, if you make a mistake, know that you can edit it out. That takes so much pressure off, knowing that you don't have to do it in all one foul swoop. In fact, I do a lot of editing, because what I do is I make my bullet points, I talk about a bullet point, I look at my notes, I talk about another bullet point. So I film in chunks. I don't film all in one big batch. It's usually one video, but there's usually a lot of dead space in between each bullet point that I have to cut out, because I was sitting there taking my time to look at my notes. So know that you can do that. But also, if you make a mistake, say you stumble over your words, which I do on occasion, know that you can leave that in there too. Because people are going to be drawn to those human qualities, because they're going to sit there and go, oh, they're human, I like interacting with humans, I want to interact with this human. And they're going to look at you and go, oh, this person's not perfect. You know what? I could do this too. They're not perfect, but yet they're doing it, so that means I could do it too. So know that your human qualities are great. That's what people like. That's why you're interacting with me, right? That's why you're sitting here watching this video, right? It's not because I'm some drone that gets things perfect every single time. It's because I'm relatable, probably. I hope. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want 5 tips to overcome camera shyness that is exclusive content to my Dream Big family, then click the link in the first link in the description box down below, and you will be granted access to that content. It is exclusive content just for my Dream Big family. You'll be granted access to other exclusive content, as well as be the first to be in the know. So I hope you enjoyed this video, you got a lot out of it. If you did, let me know below what tip you're going to use, what you're going to focus on next time you film. I love you guys so much, and as always, dream big.